Fuck, sorry, I saw the moon and I immediately started to yawn. Howdy, howdy, everybody. And welcome back to Stranded Deep in Conversation, where, oh, that's how you open the watch, and where I have topics, and then I say them, and then I go on about my day, and I hope you do the same. Today, this week, I should say, we're talking about times where I was a little angry. You know, something really grinded my gears, and most of these stories are about me acting upon it, because shizoy. That doesn't really make for a good story. And I was like, yeah, one time, this guy punched me in the nuts, and I was really angry. I didn't do anything, but oh my god, that made me so angry. And that's not very exciting. So I put together some of the most exciting stories that I could think of, which it took me a while to think of, and they're not all that exciting. But hey, I think some of them are pretty fun. So we're just gonna talk about them. The main thing, though, that kickstarted this was I was working, as I do, and I was asked to work at a different location because the price for like the day because someone needed some assistance. I was like, okay, sure, and they gave me like 8 million things to do in the span of like 5-6 hours. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see what we can do. We did a good chunk of it, like me and the people who were there. Did a pretty dang good chunk of it. We couldn't finish it all because they gave us way too much shit to do. It's like, give us more people and then we can do more things. But, I digress. However, the said person who needed the assistance came back the next day and immediately took everything I did and shit on it. They thought it was awful. They told everyone that it was awful. They thought that I did such a shit job and that they never wanted me to come back to that location ever again. I was like, oh, great, because that lady's a bee to the itch anyway. I never liked her. No one really likes her. But hey, work is work. You do it because you gotta, not really because you wanna. But hey. So, and the funny thing is, I'm working over there again a couple times next week because they're going on vacation, which means I don't have to see them. So I don't care about working over there because working over there with her there is fucking miserable. Working there with just some fun time people, pretty great. Can't complain. But I mean, hey, we get work done. It's not all fun in games. So yeah, can't complain. But yeah, so just hearing that got me so mad. This is one of those stories that I just said I wouldn't tell, which is the ones where I didn't really do anything about it. Although that lady did eventually come to apologize to me, except it wasn't really an apology. It was more so just them going over the things that she didn't know what I heard, so she was trying to be like as like closed booked about it as possible. She didn't want me to get like anything of the information. She was like, "Well, I apologize for what you heard. But these were it's just this thing, really upset me, and this thing upset me, and this thing upset me." And she just went on and on and on about shit that I apparently did, which I didn't do, by the way. Like, they wanted certain things, like, fucking looking nice, and I thought they looked pretty nice, but she didn't, because she likes things exactly by the book. I like just making it so that way it fits, and it at least is decent. Uh, I guess the differences aside, we're gonna move on from that, because I don't want to get too into it, because I don't want to think about that lady when I don't have to. So let's just get started. Oh, like, almost every single one of these, literally every single one of these, was from when I was a kid. I think the latest one being when I was like freshman year high school. So a lot of my aggression comes from my childhood days because I was a very competitive kid, despite not really doing much in terms of sport. Yeah, I didn't really do much in terms of sport, but with video games and stuff, played a lot of video games. My brother, and my sisters, and I always, and this is pretty on brand with how I am now. I always sucked at them. You know, like I can't play pretty much any game right. I lose at just about every circumstance given to me. And yeah, the most games in my childhood were no exception. Oh my goodness, my freaking arcade games and stuff. Like freaking like Pac-Man. You know, I'd lose at Pac-Man and I'd go fucking berserk. There was one time actually, I didn't have this written down, but I went bowling one time. As a kid we went bowling a lot, and it was a lot of fun. I fucking love bowling. I still love bowling. Tomorrow I'm actually going out with my sister to go bowling, so that's gonna be a fun ass time. Not going out with you know what I fucking mean. I'm not fucking kissing my sister. This is weird shit. No one does that. If you do that, what's wrong with you? Oops. There we go. But yeah, so doing that. But yeah, when I would bowl, and as a kid, we were all pretty good bowlers, my family. Nowadays, I suck. They're still okay, but I suck at bowling. But yeah, I would get really, really mad if I was even like a point behind. I would start like screaming whenever I didn't get the ball. I could be like a professional at the level of just care I gave towards the game, even though it literally did not matter at all, because it was just family time, having a good time with family, playing bowling. No, I wanted to win. And that competitive spirit stayed in my brain, my bones, and my body for a long time. Sometimes it still comes out in like first-person shooters, but I never get angry. Like I get like a little upset about how a game will go, but I never like get to the point like some of my friends do, where they just start going unbridled rage and just going berserk, which is like fine. You know, I don't care. I think it's funny. I think it's fun. They're still fun people. They're just angry sometimes, but I don't stoop down there much anymore, just because it's just not, I don't know, not how I really live. So nowadays I try to live a lot more chill, but we're not going to make excuses for me, because I have a lot of stories about the past, and kind of why I feel I stopped trying to be so angry, because a lot of these stories involved a lot of not nice things. So let's just get started with one of my favorites, actually. So we were at my grandma's house. A lot of my families, whenever we went to our grandma's house, that pretty much meant it's a big family gathering. Everyone's coming, which happened like every other month. So I mean, but hey, every other month was a holiday. You know, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and so forth, so on and so forth. We celebrated St. Patrick's Day like a motherfucker. And we still do, because St. Patrick's Day, that's one of the best holidays, if not my favorite holiday, honestly. But, so we were there, and they have a Wii at my grandma's house, so they're like, hey, we have a Wii, we brought Just Dance 2, because who doesn't like Just Dance 2? That's the best Just Dance, don't at me. They had some baller songs, of which most of them I don't remember, but still, great game. However, whenever we'd play at home, you know, we kind of just play on our own, take turns. Sometimes we'd play against each other, but I feel like my mom and dad kind of knew that's a little too much. You know, I feel like that might go a little crazy. So we just started playing against each other, because you know it's a bunch of a bunch of our generally same age children in the family around, right? I wanted to see who's the best, like Just Dance 2. And it was me and my older sister going. And this, I think, was fairly early into it. Either that or, like, I had already played a game or two, and I probably lost those as well. So some anger was already built up. But I think it was, like, the first game I played. And it was me and her, and she was kicking my ass, like properly curb stomping me, and I couldn't understand why, because I was doing pretty much the same thing, but I think I was probably just focusing too much on how they were doing in order to actually do good, which is a pro tip, you know, if you're going to be trying to succeed in like a sport or something, focus more on yourself, not on what everyone else is doing, because you're just going to get caught up in the weeds and very confused. But regardless, I lost that game by a pretty wide margin. I don't remember exactly, because of course I'm not gonna fucking remember that. That was a long time ago. Like this is like pre-10. I wasn't 10 at the time. I either was 10 or I was like just below 10. It's like 8 or 9. Either way, I couldn't have been any older than 10. But I still had a lot of fucking rage in my bones at 10 or less. Like Ben 10. He's probably not even 10. And also keep in mind, alright, this is, in my brain, I was justified doing this because my older sister was a fucking demon as a child, and she acknowledges it. It's funny. It's very funny to think about. But yeah, she would just go fucking apeshit berserk at us for pretty much no reason. But I mean, hey, it's how she was. She's way cooler now. Awesome person. Would recommend playing a board game with, because, you know, that's like the highest fucking honor I could give somebody. But yeah, but at the time, I had a lot of rage towards the game, and I guess in my head, it started going towards her. So I took the Wii remote that I had in my hand, and I fucking lobbed it at her face. Oh, no. I went to sit down. I remember this now. I went to sit down, and they were like, alright, it's someone else's turn, give us the remote. And I was so pissed that I literally fucking, from the seat to, like, not even, like, only like a few feet in front of me, but still, I lobbed it at my sister's face, and it slammed her in the face. She wears glasses, so that probably hurt even more. It was like a dead-on shot to the face, and the moment I did that, all the anger left my body, and it was replaced with fear, because I saw her fucking face go red, not like blood red, but like anger red. She was pissed, and understandably so. I threw a remote at her face. So what winds up happening is I run into the room where all the adults are, and she follows suit, trying to kick my ass, and you know, I'm there, and I get behind my dad, and I'm like, she's trying to hit me, and he's like, stop that shit, and she left, and I was like, oh, cool, this is great, I'm safe, and then we came home. I was not safe when I came home. But yeah, I'm not gonna go any further detail. But it was just funny. It was funny stuff. I'm not there was no foul. There was foul play on my end, but I mean, either way, that was a thing that happened, and I was an angry kid. I was angry. That's how I'll name the episode. But yeah, very angry kid, and I think it boils down to kind of just losing at something, in a sense. But like, I am recording, okay, thank God. But yeah, I think it boils down to like losing something, but not really knowing why, you know? So it's like my brain immediately relates it to the person who is winning, and then they're like, oh, well, they're making me lose. What an asshole. I'm gonna fucking go berserk. Which I've lost since then. Thank God. If I still had that mindset, I would not want to be around me. That's such a shitty way of thinking, you know? You know, hold yourself responsible, I guess, is another good old piece of life advice. I don't know why I'm trying to give life advice. I don't have much life to give advice for. But, hey, mayhaps someone here will approve of and or enjoy it. But yeah, so let's move on to another story. Let's do another Wii-related one, because, you know, Wii and I have a very complex history. We got Mario Kart Wii with the Wii when we first got it. We got Just Dance 2. Like it was a gift for, I think technically me. It was a shared gift between me and my twin sister. And she had gotten Just Dance 2. I got New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and then the console itself came with Mario Kart Wii. So they went all fucking out for this, and we were ecstatic. And I went to go play Mario Kart Wii for the first time. And let me tell you, after I understood how to play the game, it was pretty much the only game I played. And I played that all throughout the summer. Every other day, pretty much every night, you'd see me just playing Mario Kart until I had to go to bed. And I got so damn good at that game. I like unlocked like Funky Kong and Baby Luigi, like without, you know, like just playing a certain amount of races. I just had them, and a lot of the karts I had. I think there were a couple I didn't, but I don't remember what they were. But it was probably just a lot of the late stuff for time trials. But yeah, I was fucking rocking it. Like, properly kicking ass at that game. I also didn't really let many people play it. So that's probably a bit of a dick move, but I fucking was hooked on that game. Which is weird, because we had multiple remotes, so I don't know why I didn't just be like, hey, yeah, play with me. No, I was like, no, I'm playing. It's my time. And there's actually one time where I was playing Mario Kart Wii, where just out of fucking nowhere a fly flew into my mouth, and I was just like, oh, what the fuck? I think it went down. So it had a mission, and that mission was to die in my stomach, because it just flew straight down the back of my throat and was gone. But God, that felt so awkward, and I just couldn't play after that. But regardless of how I was before, let's go back to the first time I played Mario Kart Wii. I grabbed the remote, started up the thing, and it's like beep, 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 and I didn't know about the hold down at 2. I just tried going for it. And so I was driving, I was like, okay, this is cool. And I turned, the first turn was coming in. I think it was a right turn. I went left. I tried going back, or tried going harder right, or just going harder at left. Keep in mind, this is the first time I was holding a Wii remote. I was holding it the wrong way. I was holding it, like, reversed than how you're supposed to hold it. I didn't listen to the thing on the screen telling you how to hold it at all. So, yeah, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. I get it. But what winds up happening... Yeah, so what winds up happening is I give the remote to my older sister. More so, after like a few minutes, by the way. So, after a few minutes of trying, I finally go back to talking. So, what happens, right, is after a few minutes of just trying, I give the remote to my sister, and I hand it to her in a way that she winds up with it immediately in the right position. Like, I didn't hand it to her in the way I was holding it. I like flipped it around to her, so it was in the right way when she grabbed it, and so she starts driving just fine. And I'm like, what? How the fuck did you do that? And she's just like, oh, it was easy. I wanted to kick the shit out of her. I just fucking rage quit, left the area, and I was just like, alright. Okay. Well, it is now raining in the game. It has been, who knows how long since I've last spoken. And maybe I'll be able to speak for more than 30 seconds without some crazy noises going on outside. One can dream. So, it's been like fucking at least 10 minutes. The Mario Kart. Right, yeah, so they got the remote, they played it fine, I got mad, I left and just friggin' got pissed off. But I guess it kind of fueled me to be better at it. Not better as a person, just better at the game. So, yeah, I started kicking everyone's ass in that game, except for my dad. My dad easily schooled the shit out of us in that game. Without question. He fucking kicked our asses. Especially at Rainbow Roads and shit, man, we had no idea what we were doing. Meanwhile, him over there, he was just fucking destroying it. Dad was a true gamer. But yeah, so that's that story. I'm just gonna try to move on from it because I don't exactly remember where I left it. So we're just gonna go to another one because I'm pretty sure that was it. So next up, let's try to get to some... I have one that's like pretty kind of brutal. I guess we'll just get that, rip the band-aid off there. There was one time, I don't know if I just woke up angry or something, but I was just not happy that day. And I went outside, my sisters were outside, and we had a bench outside our apartment thing that one of our uncles made. That actually, fun fact, our landlord then took when he remodeled the front of our apartment area. And we kept asking for it, and he never gave it back, because he refused to believe that it was ours. So, really nice guy, that dude. Really, really cool of him. But, yeah, regardless of that, we had the bench, and my older sister was sitting on one half of it, and my twin sister was sitting above it, kind of like more on the fence than actually on the bench. And so I wanted to sit down, and so I didn't ask. I just quite literally just pushed my sister off the fence, and she like hit her head on the fucking on the concrete behind her. She like fell straight back and just went head first into the ground. And I was just like, I get to sit down now. Yay. Like, I was such a piece of garbage. And I don't know why I was so angry. I don't know if they did something while I was asleep, and I was like, oh man, I didn't get to join. What assholes. I don't know. I could not tell you. I truly have no idea. But yeah, that's like the most brutal one I have on the list. I think I have been a bit kind of pushy before in other ones, but I can't really remember too much of the story. Now we're just gonna go, and if they make more sound, then we're just gonna have to fucking deal with it. So, another story. I had this is the most recent one that I have. Freshman year of high school, I was invited to a friend's birthday party. I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't know a lot of time. I was at a birthday party for a friend, freshman year of high school, and they started it off with like this trivia thing, big trivia thing about themselves, of course, because it's their birthday. So we had to know a bunch of stuff about them, and for whatever reason, my brain just went fucking primal. And so I was like, oh yeah, I got this. I know so many things about this person. So every time I thought I had an answer, I would fucking go screaming. I'd be fucking berserk ape shit. Like, it was just like, okay, scratch everything I just said. That was not my most recent angry moment. It is now. I'm genuinely fucking livid right now. The amount of just fucking noise I'm gonna have to cut out of those first fucking 20 minutes is ridiculous. I got 20 minutes of recording of the past hour, almost hour and a half. Because it's just, ooh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm not like, I'm gonna fucking kick the shit out of my, I just, oh my god. Okay, it's fine. Just finish the episode. And all that progress, for those of you watching the video, like actually trying to care about the straight deep, I literally just left. I didn't save. I got mad. I rage quit the game because I was just fucking anger that every 2 seconds something would happen. So we're just gonna move on. It's a birthday party thing. We'll just keep. I don't want to fucking ruin the integrity of the stories because I am mad. So we're just gonna we're gonna rewind. So yeah, well, no, that story fucking sucks anyway. I got really mad while playing a really competitive mad when playing a fucking trivia game about one of my friends during a birthday party. That's that story. Congratulations. I have quite literally two more stories. Yeah, I have two more. I have like nothing written down for this. I thought it was gonna be a quick episode. I've spent so fucking long trying to record it, and I'm so genuinely fucking angry. Like, seething with rage. So, I have two more stories. We'll talk one more about my family, so we'll start with that one. So we were at my grandma's house again. This was not a very big gathering. It was more just, I think it was like just a random summer day, and my mom was like, hey, let's just go to grandma's house. And we're okay, sure. And they have a lot of fun little, easy, like, family board games. And we played Parcheesi. And by we, I mean it was me, my sister, I think maybe my aunt, my twin sister, maybe my aunt, and I can't remember if there was a fourth person or not. But all I know is that my aunt sucked at it, and I thought I was hot shit at it. Because I love board games, always did, and I thought I was pretty good at Parcheesi. And midway through the game, I was like kind of in a decent position, so I'm like, you know what, I'm willing to put $5 on me winning the game. I'm not doing anything in the game, by the way. For those of you watching again, I'm sorry, but I'm over it. But fucking, So she was like, okay, yeah, all right. My sister was like, all right, yeah, sure, I'll put in $5. And so there's $10 on the line. And what wound up happening almost immediately after I put money on it was she started kicking my ass. She like cornered in my pieces so I couldn't fucking do anything. None of my rolls meant because we were playing with like I don't know if it's a house rule or an actual rule. Like if you have two of your pieces next to each other, then it's like a wall and you can't like a piece can't get past that wall. That's not your own color. And she put that like right in front of my fucking home, and then just immediately started lapping over other pieces around me. To the point where I got so pissed off, I think I just like threw the fucking pieces around and fucking took my money off the table and immediately started walking away. And my aunt was like, "Oh well, come on, you put money down, you know, be fucking honorable about it, you know, come on." And eventually I did give her the money. I think I probably didn't, but in my head I think I did. I think it was more so I guess they pretty much told me to, but either way, very, very angry, and like that sort of like board game rage kind of carried over sometimes whenever I'd play with my friends, because a lot of the times, one of my friends, one of my good friends, loves to target me whenever we play board games, because I'm the one trying to show him the games. So I guess he just thinks, and also he just thinks it's funny to see me angry, and sometimes I do get angry, mostly for a joke. And it's like kind of overreacting angry, you know. It's like, come on, dude, really, really, what the fuck? It's more so fun to kind of pretend to be angry, and then it also just gets everyone laughing at something. So you know, it's fine. I kind of treat more as a joke nowadays. But I used to get really mad when I played board games, like even these things like apples to apples, which is like kid friendly Cards Against Humanity. I'd get so fucking angry just playing that and like losing. I'd be like, come on, that's such a good card, come on. Where did Abraham Lincoln go on his last day before he died? He went to the freaking sauna. Dude, it's so funny. I don't know. I can't remember any of the cards. Oh no, that's not how that one worked. It was like they gave you a word and you had to put down other things that like paired up with the word. So it was like like it would be like a soft, and then they'd have like Abraham Lincoln or the Pope or bananas. So I mean, yeah, that was fun. I love apples to apples. Very funny game. Probably more fun in my opinion, honestly, than Cards Against Humanity, because a lot of people just try to like obviously trying to make it funny both ways, but I feel like it's a lot easier to just make some funny shit with just words than like a whole story. Because then people are like, oh, that's so clever. Like, yeah, who cares if it's clever? It's just trying to make it funny, you know? Like, I don't care if you put what's ruining the government and then you just put nasty politicians. Like, oh, wow, that's so true. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't find that very funny. Like, I find fucking, hey, where do people go to lay their eggs? Foreskin. I don't know. I just think that's funny. Is random funny? It depends on the situation. I feel like with Card Against Humanity, that's kind of just what you get, you know, just some random shit you don't expect to be in there, which can be funny. What am I trying to say? I don't fucking know. Apples to apples, I think is better. That's not the point of the fucking game. That's not the point of what I'm trying to say. I have one more story, and then I'm out because I've spent way too much time trying to record this, and I'm fucking I blown out of my ass. This is literally gonna be like it's not even a 30-minute episode, but I don't care. I do not care. So I have one more story, and it's about when I was in school. And when I was in school, a lot of things would kind of make me angry. I don't know exactly what, but there was one time that I was in. It was lunch. It was me with a couple of people that I talked to, I guess. I don't remember really talking to them in my childhood, but I must have, because I sat at the table and like did stuff with them, and I guess they got me mad. So I just like got really fucking angry at them and started screaming at them, and then I just put my head down and just tried to take a nap. So I was like, fuck it, I'm tired, I'm taking a nap. And when I woke up, I was like, alright, time to get up. And to preface this, before like a week or so maybe ago, my dad got me a Spider-Man watch, like a really shitty, kind of but fun. It was cute. It was like a nice. It was like a fucking like a little watch. It was like a digital watch with like Spider-Man on it. It was like a really plasticky band thing. It was cool and it was fucking awesome. As a kid, when I was a kid, I loved that shit. I'd still probably rock one of those. And I had that, and I took it off when I was trying to sleep because I was, I was like resting on my hand, and I didn't like the feel of my watch while I'm while sleeping on it. So I took it off, I put it next to me, and I went to sleep. Just kind of in like 10-15 minutes go by, and I'm like, all right, I guess it's time to leave. Hey, where's my watch? And they look at me and they say, oh, we threw it out, asshole. Well, no, they didn't say asshole, but they're like, if we threw it out, because you're being mean. And I got pissed. But, like, only for a second. Because then after that, I started crying. Because I was like, what? You threw away my watch? So that thing was nice. I mean, like, it was this thing my dad gave me. It's awesome. It's fucking cool. Like, you don't do that to people's things. You just throw them away. Like, obviously I deserved it because I don't know what I said to them, but I was being a nasty piece of shit. So I definitely would have deserved whatever the hell I got. But gosh dang, did I love that watch? Did I miss it? Did that make me angry and sad? I feel like angry and sad kind of coincide, or like angry and fear, because you get mad at something, but then after you're mad, you're like, oh shit, I just said all these things. Oh god, what's gonna happen to me? Oh dear lord. And then you get sad. You start crying because you're like, ah shit, I shouldn't have said those things. But yeah, I was a very angry kid. Not a lot of things can get me very angry now, but some things definitely can. I'm not like a competitive angry person now. Like I don't get mad because I'm losing a game. Like sometimes I'll get like mad for like a second. I was like, come on, I should have got that kill or whatever. But then it's like, it doesn't carry over with me to the next game. It doesn't carry over with me to the next minute most of the time. But some things, man, just things out of my control, I know shouldn't get me angry, but just when they are so inconvenient to me, that drives me up the wall. Because it's like, you could have done this at any time, but you choose now to be the loudest time in the universe. And that's bullshit. I fucking hate for that. But it's just, ugh, I don't know. Again, now I'm fine. My anger doesn't sit with me like for a while unless I let it, which I didn't. I quit the game fully expecting to just not finish this and just do it for next week. I was like, no, I still have like an hour or two till I really have to consider getting ready to leave, so I might as well just fucking see it through. And I'm glad I did, because as boring as this episode was probably going to be, because it's just me being monotone, pissed off at the world for half an hour while trying to record some stupid shit. I wanted to get this out, so I was like, hey, fuck it, I don't know if it's the right mindset, but I don't care. I don't know. It keeps my head off of whatever the hell was making me angry, and now I am fine. So, I definitely still have some tendencies to get a little bit upset at things. But, I don't let them take over, like, after like a minute of being angry, not even, it's like, oh, okay, it's fine, whatever. Like, I'm not, like, a seething person, I don't sit there for, like, hours at a time just, like, being mad at somebody, thinking, how am I gonna get revenge on these people? I don't think I've ever seeked revenge, like, ever. I'm sure, like, maybe I've thought about revenge plans or something, but I've never actually, like, gone and done anything about it, because I was never really that angry as a kid. Like, no one ever made me just be like, fuck you, you asshole, and just start, like, dipping their fingers in nacho cheese when they weren't looking. I've never had that. But, well, I think it's mostly just boils down to the fact that when I get angry, I just kind of, I like, say more than I do. And then when I do, I fully hope there's no repercussions. So then in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that because then I might get in trouble, or whatever. Or I might not do that because then it might hit me back or something, So, like, I still had a decent conscience to, like, a cautiousness of like, okay, I can't do that. That would be stupid. And that could be something stupid. So, I guess moral story: if you're gonna be angry, try to just keep your mind off of it, and just keep your wits about you, because you never know what the hell is gonna happen. But yeah, so I guess that's it for Stranded Deep in Conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's not that exciting or enticing of an episode. I'll give you that. But I still hope you enjoy it because you know, just talking. It's always good fun. I enjoy doing it. What are you gonna do? Some things just don't wind up your way. You just gotta push through it. Oh, my stomach hurts. I'm gonna go take a nasty shit in a second. So thank you all again, and I hope to see you all next time, where I will hopefully have a much more cohesive episode. Bye now.